There once was this girl named Annabelle. She lived in Massachusetts with her mom, dad, and brother. Her father was part of the military and very knowledgeable with the current events going on in the United States of America. Annabelle, after hearing her friends talk about how there was a civil war going on in America and how the country was fighting itself, she got curious. She went home and went up to her dad's office where he would be, and she asked him, "Dad, why is America fighting itself? What are they arguing about?" He then responded with, "Please, sit down and we can talk about it." So she sat down and with eager ears started to listen to what he had to say. Annabelle's dad started to talk about the two sides of the war, which was the Union and the Confederacy. The Union, which was mostly made up of the north half of the United States, was the portion of which stayed with the United States government and supported them. Union states were Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Wisconsin, which then grew over the period of war. Now, the Confederacy, he continued to tell her, was the South of the United States, which were called the Confederate States. These states were Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. The Confederacy's main source of income is from agriculture, which is the science of growing crops and raising livestock, which is known also as farming. Crops grown in these farms could be tobacco or cotton, which were called cash crops, because they could be sold fresh for cash. The Confederacy goal is to leave the United States and make their own country out of the Confederate States. This side wanted to keep slavery altogether as well because it would be free labor to work on these farms. The Union believed in not using slaves and emancipation, which means freedom from slavery altogether, in which every state in the United States would not be allowed to use slaves anymore. Annabelle looked puzzled, so the dad also told her that not everyone in the Confederacy thought like this. There are people called abolitionists, which was someone who wanted slavery to be gone or abolished, and these people were both from the North and the South as well. Just because you live in one state doesn't mean you support the beliefs of that state, he said. Then Annabelle asked her dad what side she should take and he told her that answer is up to her and nobody else.